Well, I've been thumbing through a lot of video ideas, and for some reason, I've been requested to make a part 2 for the January Cards I Think You Should Pick Up edition. Now, this list is going to be a little bit more outlandish and a little bit more hyped around Savage Strike in the future. So understand that most of these will be with the intent of things that you should probably have to kind of mess around with for the future. So let's talk about 5 things that you should have in your possession going forward for the month of January 2019. Now, I've thought long and hard about this, but we're going to start off with Quick Launch. And the main reason for Quick Launch is because there's a little bit of Guard Dragon hype in the back of everybody's minds right now. Everybody's like, Guard Dragons. What should we pick up? Maybe this deck will be good. I haven't seen Guard Dragons do a lot in the OCG, and there's still an element called the level 1 Rocket Tuner monster that kind of makes things go around a little bit. But Quick Launch gives you a extra layer to the deck, the ability to combo up, do what you want to do, make Pisty, outpay, all of these fun little plays that are going to involve these dragon monsters that you're going to need. I think that you're going to need a Quick Launch. Actually going to need a couple of Quick Launches for that idea. I don't think that the idea is 100% going to work. I've seen a lot of the OCG trying it, and it'll do okay on a local level, and that's all fine and dandy, but, you might have already missed the ship. You might already be looking at some relatively crazy prices as it is. Now, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I don't think that the deck will take off personally, but for the sake of wanting to try out an idea in case I am personally wrong, Quick Launch. That's all I'm saying. Plus, the rocket monsters, if anything ever actually does take off for the deck, outside of, the already ridiculous stuff that we're already trying to do with the deck, some anime support around the way has to make this good, right? But, yes, Quick Launch, Guard Dragon synergy, nothing else too spicy. Now, that goes without saying that there are things to be considered there. Now, next up on this list is actually Orcs, and I don't think the deck is going to do good here. Alright, I've already had discussions with a couple people. I've been told that I'm worthless and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but looking at the OCG variants and the things I've seen, Armageddon Knight is at 1 in the TCG, and Dark Grepher is at 2. And I'm starting to kind of think in the back of my mind that our friend Destrudo is probably going to go as well. But with the overhaul that they got on the archetype, I mean, the counter trap card that searches was really cute. And to top things off, hey, Dingrisu? No, it's Shingrisu, I believe. The Xyz monster that overlays on top of everything. Okay, so let's be honest here. Looking at the Orcust core, the most expensive thing you're going to probably have to, drop money on is going to be Orchestrated Return. And I don't even really think you play more than one. My friend told me that he's seen builds with 3. I don't think that those 3 builds are correct, because that hard once per turn is pretty ridiculous. Plus, being limited within the toolboxing options that you already have presented to the deck, I don't know if it's going to be a good pickup. But in terms of what's going on in the back of my mind, I would definitely, in case I'm wrong and my current expectations sometimes are, I would go ahead and pick it up. I'd make sure I at least have 1 to 2 orchestrated returns, just to make sure. The rest of the deck is nothing. They have 1 secret rare. I think I don't remember which one it is. They have the Ultra, but you don't even play the Ultra Link 4 in the current builds. I could be wrong about that too. I don't think you do, but fuck it. If it's like 25 cents, pick it up anyway. So yes, back of my mind, Warcust, okay, sure. Deck's cheap enough. It's like 20 bucks. Cool. Done another way. Now, next up on this list, do we buy into the Cherubini hype or not? Okay. This is an interesting question. So, every time BA comes up on the market, I'm just like, fucking sell it. Get it out of my face. I'm not a huge fan of it. And I still kind of think to that mentality at this very point in time. I know many BA players will agree with me and say, oh, Cherubini's going to make BA just the most consistent thing. Every time I have an OCG tournament and we have people playing BA, they all lose to everything in the OCG meta. I don't know what it is about the OCG meta. Maybe it's just because the meta is just better than ours, but Dante, he's just not cut. I mean, Cherubini's a really cute card. You can do cute things with the deck, but in the back of my mind, it's just like he doesn't do a lot. So I'm going to say this. If you think that Cherubini is just the goddamn shit, that this card is going to fix everything that BA's ever had wrong with it, and I want to fucking play this deck to the very end in time, you probably already got the deck. But if you disagree with me and you want to go against everything that I have seen statistically and what I believe, then pick up BA. You're going to be spending a little bit of money on it because the deck is pricey. You could possibly hold out for reprints. You're also going to have to probably get Dangerous Uchinokos because the current build is going more towards those. That's going to be an expensive venture. But if, come May, you somehow think BA at potential more power than it's actually going to have, it's going to stand up to the metagame, I am not here to stop you for that. I'm just saying I have my BA core. I'm making sure I'm safe. I ain't going to play that because I still know what BA cards do 50% of the time. I only know they're hard once per turns, but that's all that matters. So, it's my opinion on BA. Now, let's get into the more interesting stuff here. I wanted to talk about Dragon's Mirror for a little bit. And I kind of have had this in the back of my mind for a little while. I read the new Blue Eyes monster. I'm like, this is interesting to me. The fact that we can just Dragon Mirror, banish all the materials, shit this out on the board. We did it. And I was kind of like, if we ever go into a slower format again, and they fuck up somewhere along the way, and they just give dragons an immediate broken Future Fusion, some way to dump these monsters, or if somebody does something crazy with Future Fusion for some odd reason, and, the game slows down, okay, cool. I would give some more consideration to Dragon's Mirrors. Now, I'm not talking about the shitty reprints. I'm talking about those DRO4s, those CRV first eds. This is kind of just more of the what the fuck, I have a bad idea in my mind. But maybe you should give some real consideration to picking up some Dragon's Mirrors. Do you think dragons are... I mean, a generic banish X cards from the graveyard to shit out 5-headed dragon. I mean, it might not be the best thing, but it's one of the best unrestricted fusion spells that we have currently in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! So, yes, I would give some consideration to probably picking up... I believe the last time I looked at DRL4s, they were anywhere from 15 to 20. If they're starting to go up to like 30... because of the Blue Eyes Ultimate Alternative Dragon hype going on around right now, I don't know if I'd personally touch them. But if you can get them for cheaper than that, I would give some real consideration. I don't think the deck's going to be tier 1, but fuck it. A barnyard idea. You want to do something stupid one night. You want to build Blue Eyes. Test some Dragon's Mirrors in it. You never know where you're going to get yourself. So, there's that. Now, the last thing I want to add to this list is actually Super Poly. Now, we're heading into Salamangreat territory. We do know that Salamangreat do have a fusion monster that is a Link monster plus a Salamangreat monster. And we have seen throughout time and space that Salamangreat side that card. It's really fucking good in the mirror. And then, of course, there's things like Thunder Dragon Titan being played at the moment against Thunder Dragons. You've got the Predaplant fusion. You've got Starving Venom Dragon seeing play in the OCG. You got Mud Dragon. I think there are better cards than Mud Dragons. We're just gonna pretend like that one wasn't there. But at the moment, Super Poly's hype is only just growing in the back of your mind. Now, if the TCG ever moves this to 2, you're gonna see some really spicy stuff. So, as a warning in this video, you should probably give some real consideration to Super Poly. Just whether or not you're planning on siding against Salamangreat, Salamangreat fucking kick the bucket here. They could do nothing. But in preparation for this, which is the actual means of the video, I would give give some real fucking consideration to Super Poly. I think the card is nuts. I don't even know why the card was brought back. I understand that, yes, you have to discard a card. It's an inherent -1. If you take 2 cards from your opponent's field and slam them together, or slam 3, then you went +1, or you went even. It's not going to happen all the time. Don't get me wrong. I think it's cute when it actually does happen, but, you know, they're just adding more into the field. I believe we're getting, what, a 3 level 10 fusion monster. I doubt we're going to see play with that card because that's kind of dumb. But, you know, back of your mind, Super Poly, you see it, you want to make sure something that you should have going forward for future side decking. That is definitely the one for you. Don't skip out on this. Now, I'm not going to go too in-depth with this because I did last week at Market Watch, but I do want to give a quick shout-out to Dark Flame Dragon, the level 4 Fire Fusion. It's a dragon. It can make guard dragons. I'm just saying. Maybe that's the real gem. So, guys, do you guys agree? Please, comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And, well, guys, peace out. Take care of yourselves. Have a good rest of your day. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a Truffle Shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanquil40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.